Guys, there's this thing they continue to say that if you have a goal and you have passion for something, or you have a dream and you have a business that you want to take far, and you should just focus on that business. If you want to take it far, if you want that business to take you far, if you want to do great at it, you should focus on that business. And I think that has to do with consistency and I think intensity, and that's like the bedrock of a successful business. And I completely agree. For someone like me who is not doing one thing, you find yourself like, one day you want to do one thing and the other day you're doing another thing and the other day, and you're like, you can't really at the end of the day give an account of how far you have gone because you are not facing a particular thing. But here is one thing that I realized. If you're living in Nigeria and you're a Nigerian youth who has bills to pay, you have to take care of yourself. It is difficult to focus on one thing, especially if you don't have support, and that thing that you are focusing on will definitely take time, planning, finances. It can be emotionally draining. It's going to take a lot from you. So how do you now deal with that? How do you deal with having to focus on one thing where you have to put in money, you have to put in the time, you have to put in the work, and then you have bills to pay? And then if you have family and you have responsibilities, that's another thing. So you have to send money home, you have to take care of your responsibility. So these are like the problem. I use me as an example. Many people don't know what I do because I really don't talk about. Oh yes, many people know me as a makeup artist. I'm a trained makeup artist, right? And an entrepreneur. I managed my sister's business at some point. I do party packs and branding for companies and individuals. I do a 9 to 5. Yes, I'm in the hospitality business, so I do a 9 to 5 as well. And I do voiceover sometimes. I do I do video content for companies. I'm a YouTuber. I can't even continue to count. And I write. Right. Yes, the writing doesn't pay me, just something I do. I'm not even consistent with that. Once in a while I do. At some point I even stopped it for a long time because I didn't really get a platform that will keep me consistent. Now that I have Canva and I can now tailor my writing to my taste and how it should be, like have a template. And I started again, just writing short notes and write-ups and all. Now the writing doesn't pay me, just something I do, or well, at least not yet. Now the makeup was paying me at some point, but then it took a lot of it took a lot of finances from me as well, because I will notice that I will buy products and people will price it cheap if you don't really have a name or you don't have a studio. And I don't have studio. I do online basically, and the money I'm getting is not doing anything for me. And I've not built myself to that point where I have to be getting that money. For me, makeup service is more stress, less money. And I don't have a studio yet, so I'm buying products and I don't get clients often. And because of where I stay, my house is so far from it's not easily accessible. Thank you to Abuja house hunting, not easy. So because my house is not easily accessible, I really don't get clients like coming over to my house to do makeup. So there was just inconsistency with makeup. Inconsistency with makeup was my major setback. And coming to other businesses, they are not frequent as well. They come once in a while, so I get money once in a while. Sometimes it's like December period when companies are looking for ways to gift people and gift their staff and all that, and I do branding. And then for my sister's business as well, she had to at some point, because of the whole naira scarcity, cash scarcity and all that, business kind of toned down. And she had to go look for a job as well, so there was nothing to manage like that. So it's a lot. And now I'm starting another business. I'm just saying, like, as a Nigerian youth, you have bills to pay, and it's a hard facing one thing, especially if you don't have support. So I'm doing, did I say 9 to 5? Okay, 9 to 5. I mean, that's what they generally call it now. I'm doing that job because I need to be kept afloat. I need to pay my bills. I have rent to pay. I have to feed. I have to eat. I have other things that I need to take care of. And at some point, I took up a course. I took up a tech course, and that in itself is financially draining. Nothing prepares you, and the time that you have to invest in, and if you are working, you really do not have that time. So it is hard to actually kind of like focus on one thing that will bring you money, especially if you have a goal. If I don't want to talk about like my passion and my long-term goal and long-term dream right now, but that long-term dream now, I'm like, I have to find a way to balance it out, right? I have to find a way to be able to do that while I'm still figuring every other thing out, and while I'm still able to pay my bills. And I'm just trying to tell you, if you're a young person and you have bills to pay, and you're doing many things, they call you jack of all trades. If you're a jack of all trades, they say jack of all trades, master of none, but sometimes often better than master of one, right? The difference between you and that person that is focused on their goal, that person that is dedicated to their passion or their dream, is the fact that with years of effort they get to achieve theirs. But with you, it's just like an immediate satisfaction. And if you are living in Nigeria where things are terrible, you and I both know that you can hardly ever sustain on one salary. It's hard, except you're working in a place where you're well paid. And how many Nigerians are well paid in this country? So it's a lot. And I think if you have dream, you just try to balance it out, and you can be a jack of all trades and still be able to focus on your goal if you want to. It's just a matter of planning, dedication, and setting your priorities right, and find a way to like wing it. So my phone keeps cutting me off. Well, like I said, find a way to focus on your dreams and still able to pay your bills. I don't even know, it's not going to be easy. It's crazy out here, to be honest. In Nigeria, it's crazy as a young person, having to juggle everything at once. So I believe we can still do that. There's still time to figure everything out however you can, so that you can, because your dreams are absolutely important. And in as much as you have to pay your bills, your dreams are absolutely important. I wish you all the best. I hope I take this advice, because I need this advice most right now, and it's chaotic up here. It's a lot. Thank you for watching. My name is Nora Mohammed. Until next time, bye.